Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Good to have you with us today. My name is Dave. I'm a Christian recording artist and a worship leader based in New Jersey, and these are daily devotions that I do. I try to release them every couple of Saturdays. It's been a very busy season in my life, and so I haven't been as regular with this as I want to be, but it's good to be here today. So I'm walking through one of my favorite paths to walk through, and I was listening to a devotion before I got here, and it was about Hebrews 6 and about hope. And hope is a pretty foundational word in my ministry, just because we have this thing called the There Is Hope movement, and a lot of the music that I write and create centers around the theme of hope and what hope does in a person's life and how hope works and how hope changes things. And so this morning I was listening to this devotion, and the title of the devotion was Anchored in Hope. And there was a breath prayer towards the end of the devotion, and the quick version of it was, as you breathe in, just say, Christ is the anchor for my soul. And as you breathe out, just say, Jesus is unshakable. And part of the devotion, what he was talking about was, we cling to the anchor. And Jesus is the anchor, and that anchor never lets us go. And so I was thinking about hope a little bit, and thinking about just that idea, the unshakableness of Christ and who he is and how he brings hope into our lives, and how so many people are sometimes just completely hopeless and feel like there is no hope and feel like they can't get through the circumstance that they're in. And then I was thinking about some shows that I did over the past weekend. If you follow along a little bit, I've got this thing called the Green Room podcast, and I released one the other day, and we were talking about a gig that I did on Friday night in Maine, where it was a fundraiser for an organization called Shelters by Jesus. And so what they do is, their sole mission is to house the homeless in the name of Jesus in that part of Maine. And it's pretty awesome. And they bring hope to the hopeless. And so I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, man, it is truly an honor to be able to, A, be in the room with all these people that are doing this amazing work, and B, just share a couple of my songs and stories about hope and love of Jesus, and how we are loved even though sometimes we don't feel like we're loved. And I was thinking about this word hope a little bit, and that devotion this morning. And maybe today, this little devotion here is just a reminder. It's just a reminder that there is hope in the middle of it all. And there's hope in Jesus, even when it feels like there is no hope. I was thinking about when folks, so I do a bunch of work in the addiction and recovery community, and then also just thinking about this Shelters by Jesus thing. And these guys, I think they work with men and women, but let's just say these guys for now. So I don't want to be wrong here, but these guys come into this room, into this building, and they don't think there's hope. And then someone walks up to them and says, hey, welcome to this place where you can come in. The door is open for you, and you can come in, and you can be fed, and you can be housed, and you can be clothed, and you can almost start over again. And that's a pretty powerful thing to do in somebody's life. And I've got a new song that I wrote a couple of weeks ago called On My Way, and it's all about, the first line is, I feel like hope has turned its back on me. And then how that transformation to turn into the place where you're actually on your way home, and on your way home, and home in this case is Jesus, is God. and just finding a way to him, because he never lets us go. We are anchored in the hope that he provides. We're anchored in who he is. We're anchored in his love, his hope, his mercy, his grace, his kindness, his compassion, and how that hope and that mercy and that kindness and that grace is unshakable. It's always there. And sometimes it's kind of hard to believe that. I wrote a song a couple of years ago called Honest. And the pre-chorus is like, it's hard to believe that there's hope and grace and mercy and love and kindness and peace. It's hard to believe this. And yet there it is. Hope is there. Hope is here. Hope is something that is never out of reach. And so today, maybe it's just a reminder. It's a quick devotion here. But go check out Hebrews 6 and just think about hope. Think about the hope that Jesus provides. In the midst of our hopelessness, there's hope. In the midst of our addictions, there's hope. In the midst of our homelessness, there's hope. In the midst of us feeling like we don't belong, there's hope, and there's a belonging in Jesus. And Jesus is the center of, we have a community that we've built here online. We do worship on Monday nights, and we've got a kind of a membership site called the Worship Room, and we come together there and just pray for each other and live life together and talk with each other and hang out and hang out together at live shows and retreats, events. And it's a community that we put together, and the one central theme in all of it is Jesus, because Jesus is the hope that we've all found. And so today, if you're kind of looking for something like that, there's this little community called the Worship Room that you can join and get involved and be a part of. And it's incredible when I look back on, so I've been doing this for many years, and it's incredible to look back and see the friendships that have been formed because of the community that we've built, just on Facebook and YouTube, and then the community that we built inside of the Worship Room. And so all of it rolls back to hope. There's hope inside the community, because daily we're interacting with a bunch of people that love and care for each other, but also a bunch of people that are following Jesus, because Jesus is the true north that we all have. He's the hope that we have. So anyway, I could ramble on this for a while. It's just good to talk about. But today, just know that there's hope. There's hope in the Father. There's hope in Jesus. And if you want to become a part of what we're up to, just head over to jointheworshiproom.com. That's jointheworshiproom.com. You can get involved in our community there. And just know that, so it's $19 a month, and you get access to all 20 of my albums and worship videos and devotions and Bible studies and our community. And then what we do is we take the first $5 of that membership fee and donate it right back to helping us sponsor a child and giving a kid food, clothing, clean water, and healthcare. So there's hope there too. We're just trying to bring hope to some kids that need some hope. And so today, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of this. And we'll see you inside the Worship Room. And yeah, it's good to be here with you. Okay, enjoy the day. There's hope. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.